All right. Considering Roe versus Wade, the Epistle of Barnabas has something very interesting. Barnabas was Paul Shaul's companion, and so his epistle was written within the first century. So this is the Epistle of Barnabas, chapter 19, and it will talk about the path of life, and it talks about the paths of death. If you've never read the Epistle of Barnabas, fascinating book. I highly recommend it. I am reading from my Restoration Scriptures True Name 7th edition. They have an 8th edition now. The 7th edition is discontinued. Okay, here we go. This actually it mentions abortion. Now, the path of life is this. If anyone wishes to travel to the appointed place, that is the New Jerusalem, let him hasten it by means of his works. Now, the knowledge of walking in it that is given unto us is of this kind. Now he's referencing Deuteronomy 6. You shall love him that made you. You shall fear him that formed you, and you shall glorify him that redeemed you from death. You shall be simple in heart and rich in ruach, in spirit. You shall not cleave unto them that go into the path of death. Psalm chapter 1 is referencing. You shall hate whatever is not pleasing unto Elohim. Yes, there is hate. We should be hating sin. We should be hating anything that comes against Yah. You shall hate all hypocrisy. You shall not exalt yourself. You shall not abandon the mitzvah, the commandments of Yahuwah. You shall not exalt yourself. You shall be humble in all things. You shall not take Tifereth for yourself, glory for yourself. You shall not take evil counsel against your neighbor. You shall not take audacity unto your soul. You shall not commit fornication. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not pollute yourself with mankind. Let not the word of Elohim go forth from you in corruption, again, falsehood. You shall not accept the person of any to reprove any man for transgression. You shall be gentle, you shall be quiet, you shall tremble at the words that you have heard. You shall not bear malice against your brother. You shall not doubt whether a thing shall be or not. You shall not take the name of Yahuwah in vain. You shall love your neighbor beyond your own soul. You shall not kill a child by abortion. What was that? You shall not kill a child by abortion. Neither shall you destroy it after it is born. You shall not remove your hand from your son or your daughter, but shall teach them from their youth the fear of Yahuwah. You shall not covet your neighbor's goods. You shall not be an extortioner. This is our government. They're extortioners, not just gangs. You shall not cleave with your soul unto the proud, but you shall have your conversation with the lowly and the just. Receive as blessings the troubles that come unto you, knowing that without Elohim nothing happens. You shall not be double-minded, nor double-tongued, for to be double-tongued is the snare of death. In other words, you need to be decisive. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Don't backtrack. Don't lie. Either say yes or say no. Something I should probably work on. You shall submit yourself to your teachers and masters as to the image of Elohim with shame and fear. You shall not give commands with bitterness to your servant and your handmaid who hopes in the same Elohim as you do, lest perchance you cease to reverence Elohim who is over both. For he, Yahusha, came not to call men with respect of persons, but to call those whom the Ruach had prepared. You shall communicate in all things with your neighbor, and shall not say that things are your own. For if you are partners in that which is incorruptible, how much more in the things that are corruptible? You shall not be hasty of speech, for the mouth is a snare of death. As far as you are able, you shall be pure concerning your soul. Be not a stretcher forth of your hand in receiving. Don't always ask, but draw back of it in giving. You shall love as the apple of your eye everyone that speaks unto you the word of Yahuwah. You shall remember the day of judgment by night and by day, and you shall, Lila is night and Yom is day. And you shall seek out every day the persons of the Kiddushim, In other words, you should seek out the people that are set apart, the real believers. You shall not doubt to give, nor shall you murmur in giving. Give to everyone that asks you, and then you shall know who is the good recompenser of the reward. You shall take care of that which you have received, neither adding to it nor taking from it. You shall hate the evil man unto the end, and shall judge justly. You shall not make a schism, but shall make shalom, peace, by bringing adversaries together. You shall make confession of your sins. You shall not go unto prayer with an evil conscience. This is the way of life, laboring by means of the word, and proceeding to exhort and practicing to save the soul by the word, and for the redemption of your sins. But the path of darkness is crooked and full of cursing, for it is the path of eternal death and punishment, in which way the things are that destroy the soul: idolatry, boldness, the pride of power, hypocrisy, double-heartedness, adultery, murder, rape, haughtiness, transgression, deceit, malice, self-will, witchcraft, sorcery, covetousness, lack of the reverence of Elohim. These are they who are persecutors of the good, haters of the truth, lovers of lies, they who know not the reward of righteousness, who cleave not to what is good, nor unto just judgment, who attend not to the widow and the orphan, who are awake not unto the reverence of Elohim, but unto evil, from whom meekness and patience are far off, who love the things that are vain, who follow after recompense, who pity not the poor, who labor not for him who is in trouble, who are prompt to evil speaking, who know not him that made them, murderers of children, corrupters of the image of Elohim, who turn away from the poor man and oppress the afflicted, advocates of the rich, unjust judges of the poor, sinners in all things. It is therefore right that he who has learned the Torah ordinances of Yahweh, even as many as have been written beforehand, should walk in them. What? Walk in the Torah of Yahuwah. For he who does these things shall be glorified in the kingdom of Elohim. But chooses the contrary things shall perish together with his works. On this account is the resurrection. On this account is the retribution.